expanding the program overseas, implementing these programs with universities, boarding, living expenses.
So I'm going to be talking about the potential target market assessment. And since EdVenture is a service based on the teaching method, the target market in China would be colleges, universities, and high schools. The company should, however, start with Chinese universities, since Chinese high schools tend to teach basic classes and do not focus much on marketing or business concepts. Marketing is a fairly new concept in China, establishing only in the 1940s. The first marketing curriculum was introduced in a Chinese university in 1949. There are about 400 universities that offer management programs in which they all have rising demand for marketing courses. Basic marketing courses became mandatory under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Commerce. And this benefits EdVenture. There are also major differences in education between the urban areas of China and the rural areas. Some include most of the key and prestigious universities are in the urban areas, and urban families have more income to pay for the tuition. And also in rural areas, not all teachers are professionally trained and have poor quality equipment and material. There are many distinct geographic, demographic, cultural, and psychographic differences within the Chinese market. For example, 8 regions were identified in China where they each had their own distinct demographic profile, lifestyle, and consumption values. However, since EdVenture is targeting the college students with middle to high income, the company will not have to implement different segmentation strategies within China. Since EdVenture is focusing on middle to high income college students, the company should look into urban universities.
So now I'm going to talk about the market entry strategy. I think it's first important to understand that there's a really strong emphasis on education, and the Western teaching style is highly recognized and popular. A lot of the parents of the children there, they want them to go to a good university and eventually, go to the States for school. So EdVenture is now kind of bringing the Western teaching style to China instead of having them go to the U.S. We thought that we should implement an extender strategy in an emerging unsaturated market. Just from the success that we've seen in the U.S., we can adapt those strategies easily to China. The best approach to do this would probably be a joint venture with an existing foreign exchange program in key universities such as Peking. This will allow us to get access to the educational channels with the universities and the professors. Also, it'll help us avoid government regulation for new foreign services, reduce the risk of market entry failure, and also provide country entry and student visas for our students, and also accredit the program using an existing well-known firm.
Our brand strategy entering China is going to be an emphasis on Western form of innovative education, which is strengthened by the firm's channel of partners, which includes Citi, GM, and a lot of other big multinational enterprises. And it will emphasize its country of origin advantage, and also therefore how it's associated with the U.S. and how it is different from the Chinese form of education. And it's going to be segmented to a group of Chinese population with profit potential and homogeneous characteristics, such as the yearning to learn about the U.S. education. An EdVenture service is a form of teaching and learning mechanism, and the most effective segment group would be male and female students with moderate to high income. This includes not only their income, but their family's income as a whole. And students who are enrolled in undergraduate or graduate programs studying business who are willing to venture new style of learning.
So the product service strategy, EdVenture needs to mandatorily adapt their services by changing the language to Chinese. They are known to have a global service because their services are the same throughout, with the exception of different language needs. They need to adapt their services to fit the needs of the government as well as fit the expectations of their clientele. And also the company needs to hire people who are fluent in both Chinese and English to be able to translate for the company and
I want to talk a little bit about the pricing strategy. EdVenture will be able to offer a low competitive pricing for the program due to the low cost of living in China, and also the savings that we acquire from the low cost of advertising through university websites, foreign exchange student websites, clientele company websites, and social college websites advertising our program. We'll be able to save money for charging to our program. And also compensation will be provided by companies that hire the students participating in the program to help them with any needs for low cost of living. And also there's a purchasing power parity difference, just the relative price of the program in China compared to the US.